I thought we were the boring, stable couple. The kind people point to and say they've got it figured out. 10 years married, together since college, same age, same goals, no debt, no drama. And then my husband looked me in the face and told me I was a low-value woman who would need to make it up to him for the rest of my life. Because I wasn't a virgin when we met. And that's when I realized the gaming PC was never the problem. So here's what happened. My husband and I are both 33. We've been together since college and married for 10 years. From the beginning, we made financial security a priority. Not in a stingy way, more like we wanted peace. We wanted options. It worked. We both make around 200K a year. Student loans gone years ago. We live in a house I inherited, no mortgage, no credit card debt. Cars paid off. We max our retirement accounts. We've got about 18 months of emergency savings, and we're still adding to it. We also have a system that has always felt fair. Hybrid finances. Joint accounts for bills, savings, big purchases, trips, date nights, home repairs, the shared life stuff. And separate fun money accounts for personal spending hobbies, clothes, lunches with friends, little indulgences. No questions asked because it's already budgeted. We each get the same monthly fun money amount, plus any personal extra income like bonuses or side hustle money, unless there's a major joint expense. My husband is a spender. Golf. Sports memorabilia. Designer clothes. It adds up fast. I'm more of a saver. I run. I read. I bake. My idea of fun is tea with a friend and homemade pastries, not dropping money on collectibles. So over time, my fun money account built up. Not because I was hiding it, not because I was stashing anything, simply because I wasn't spending much. Then recently, I got back into gaming, something I used to love, but put down for years while building my career. I checked my fun money account and realized I had more than enough to finally build the setup I'd always wanted. So I did it. A new PC, a good desk, a proper chair, around $5,000. Again, from my fun money, the account that exists for exactly this kind of thing. I was excited. I expected a nice, or at least a good for you. Instead, my husband blew up, like I'd drained our savings and lit it on fire. He said he had no idea I'd saved that much, and I should have consulted him before spending $5,000. I asked him how that makes sense when it wasn't joint money. It was literally my personal fun money, the rules we both agreed to. That's when he hit me with the most ridiculous accusation I've ever heard in a marriage. He said it was financial infidelity, that I'd been hiding money, that he lost trust in me and didn't know what else I might be hiding. Then he demanded I return everything and deposit most of the funds into our joint account. And he tried to change the rules so that fun money accounts couldn't ever exceed $2,000, anything above that would get swept back into joint, which, conveniently, would punish the person who saves and reward the person who spends every month. I remember thinking, so I'm being punished for having self-control. But then he calmed down and said he wanted to talk. And that's when the fight stopped being about money and started being about who he'd become. He admitted he'd been unhappy with me for a while. The gaming purchase wasn't the cause, it was the trigger, the thing that made his resentment spill out. He said he feels like he's more committed to career development than I am. He works in finance and he's in an executive program. Long hours, high pressure, constant competition. He thinks his earning ceiling is massive. I work in tech. I do well. I work mostly from home. I actually like my job. I have balance. I'm not grinding my life away because I don't want to. And apparently, that has been eating at him. He said he resents that he's pushing so hard while I'm comfortable. He's worried that if he climbs and I don't, I won't be pulling my weight financially one day. Then he moved on to the home stuff. He said since I got back into gaming, I've been putting less effort into cooking and setting the house nicely. That I used to do elaborate meals, fancy table settings, flowers, the whole thing, and now I'm doing simpler meals and less of the little rituals. And he said acts of service are a big love language for him, so he feels neglected. Then he said he's unhappy with how I present myself day to day. Not my body, I'm a runner, I'm slim. He meant polish, makeup, hair, clothes. He said he comes home and sees me in a t-shirt and yoga pants with my hair in a ponytail, and he wants me to make more effort. And then he said the part that made my stomach drop. He said he started noticing other women. He insisted he hasn't cheated, but he's noticing them because he's been disappointed in me. He described these polished, career-driven women at work who are put together, ambitious, and have interesting hobbies, and he basically admitted he's been comparing me to them. And suddenly, the financial infidelity accusation made sense in the ugliest way. Because it wasn't about money. It was about control. He wanted me chasing the version of myself he thinks he deserves. And my little gaming setup wasn't just a purchase. It was proof that I was investing in something for me. Instead of performing the version of wife he'd been building in his head. At the time, I still wanted to save the marriage. 10 years is a long time. We'd built a life. I thought maybe this was a rough season. Stress, ego, a crisis. So we booked couples counselling. And I decided I'd try meeting him halfway for a month or two, not because I agreed with his criticism, but because I wanted to see something. I wanted to see if his love was real or conditional. So I did an experiment. Saturday morning, I got a glow up. Haircut, fresh highlights, mani-pedi. I went to the farmer's market and bought flowers and gourmet ingredients. I suggested we stay in instead of going out so I could make a special steakhouse date night dinner. And I went all out. Lobster bisque, fresh bread basket with multiple homemade rolls and savoury muffins, crab-stuffed mushrooms, filet mignon, or gratin potatoes, white chocolate mousse with raspberries. I dressed up too, his favourite colour on me, heels, full makeup, hair done. I served, I cleaned, I did everything. His reaction? A lukewarm thanks, it was tasty, and a kiss on the cheek. Sunday, he suggested I make brunch at home. So I did. French press coffee, fresh squeezed mimosas, Belgian waffles with a bananas Foster topping, Parmesan herb eggs, roasted potatoes, maple glazed bacon. Again dress, hair, makeup, the whole effort package. Again I served and cleaned up. Again I got, thanks, it's good. So afterwards I asked him directly, calmly, if this is what he meant, if this is what he's been wanting from me. He said, it's a start. Then he added something that made my brain go quiet, like it was protecting me from hearing it. He said I was acting entitled for wanting credit for basic adulting. And then, like he'd been waiting for this moment, he dropped the real bomb. He said he's been so hard on me because I have a lot to make up for. Because I'm a low-value woman. I asked him what the hell he meant by that. And he told me seriously, with a straight face, that it was because I wasn't a virgin when we met. I swear, my whole body went cold. We started dating at 21. Neither of us was a virgin. Neither of us ever claimed that was an expectation. I had been upfront back then that I'd had 2 previous partners, both boyfriends, both committed relationships, nothing casual. And he was now telling me that because of that, I don't deserve equal treatment, that I should be making it up to him for the rest of my life, that I'm lucky anyone married me at all. Then he said it. He said he doesn't owe me monogamy, that he's connected with someone at work, and if I wanted to keep him, I'd better step up. That's when I finally understood what the last few weeks had been. It wasn't a marriage problem. It was a campaign. He was trying to grind me down until I accepted a new role, grateful, performing, competing, pleading. And he was using money, chores, beauty standards, and career ambition as a leash. So I told him the truth, that it didn't sound like there was anything to keep, that if he no longer loves me or even likes or respects me, then this is already dead. I told him to leave, and he smirked and said he'd gladly go to his girlfriend's place. That was it. I cancelled the marriage counselling appointment, took the week off work, booked a lawyer consult for the next day, and got a referral for an individual therapist because I could feel how close I came to doubting myself. He's coming with his girlfriend to pick up more of his things, and I'm bracing for that like it's a storm. But I want to be crystal clear. I do not believe I'm low value. Not even for a second. And if anything, this whole mess reminded me of something I should have never forgotten. A marriage isn't a performance review. And love isn't something you earn by cooking harder, dressing better, or shrinking yourself to soothe someone else's insecurity. So tell me, if your partner accused you of financial infidelity, demanded you change, admitted they were noticing other people, and then finally revealed they think you're low value and don't deserve monogamy, would you try to save the marriage? Or would you do exactly what I did and end it the moment you saw who they really were?